first thing you want to do now is we've got to get set up ready to do the prots. Make sure you've got set on your shields, your engines. I've only got 28 on my rockets, and in 2 minutes time more SEP will arrive just to add a bit onto that, so I'm just waiting for that. And I've got 9,000 rounds on my lasers, which is absolutely fine. That'll be more than enough to do the prots. Now we need to set up the screen. We don't want anything, and you'll see why when we do the technique, in either of the top left corner or bottom right corner. So I'm going to move the minimap and it's going to stay up here. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, both corners are unrestricted, and you will see why. We are going to be flying. Look at the minimap corner to corner, and we're going to be using autopilot. Now, I'll show you how that works before we jump in, and you've used autopilot before. We're going to be flying by clicking a waypoint on the minimap. Now I'm flying to that corner. While we're doing that, we're going to be fighting the prots and leaving the ship to fly itself. Before we get to that bottom corner, and as we get to it, keep your eye on the minimap. This is very important during the prots, because if you stop, they will surround you within a second and start hitting you. You don't have time to stop. As you approach your waypoint, reverse sideway direction and go to the opposite corner. Keep your eye on that. You are free for this entire journey now to fight the prots, and make sure that you'll see how we fight the prots once we go into the gate. But remember that technique of going from corner to corner and keeping your eye on it. As soon as you get close to that corner, switch directions and go to the opposite corner, and we'll keep doing that until they're all gone. Okay, I'm now going to fly back to the gate, ready to jump. Okay, you'll join me again once I've corralled the props. Corral the prots exactly the same as you do with the SKs and the little Sibs, etc., into one group, and you'll join me again once they're corralled and we're going to start the battle. Now, we're back again, but we're not in the prots yet. I forgot one very important point. In order for this technique for prots to work, and there's many people have their own techniques for doing the prots, you need to be able to match their speed when in battle config for this technique to work. Of all the techniques I've tried and I've listened to other people, this one for me, this is my technique, you take the least amount of damage because you cannot outrun the prots. You don't get a chance to rep, and it's essentially the quicker you kill them the better, with taking the least number of hits. So what you need to do is go into your battle config on the hangar and change whatever your config is so that you've got 7 speed engines, and the rest on this is on your ship. It doesn't matter about your irises. You want 7 speed engines, exactly 7, and these are the elite ones. 7 elite speed engines, and the rest of them are shields. By using the 7, you will match the speed of the prots when in battle config, and that's what makes this technique work so well. Okay, so we've done that now. I'm going to jump in to the gate now to do the prots, and you'll join me, as I said before, once we've got them corralled. Okay, so the final wave of prots is in now, and I'm just finishing off corralling those into the main group, flying around the outside, just as you did with the SKs and little Sibs, etc. Okay, now remember I said we need to use the minimap to go. So I'm going to go on the minimap. I'm still flying. Click that bottom corner. We're now in autopilot. Now I'm going to switch to battle config. I'm on X3 ammo for these. Now watch what happens in the corner. They slowly catch you up. Target, fire. Be careful that you target one and you don't fly into the middle one. Watch your minimap. Almost at the corner. Switching direction. I will fly through them, but as you notice, if you'll get a few shots off, it doesn't matter. Catch hold of one and fire. If you need to replenish your shields, just use a bit of sab to replenish it first, then switch back to fire. Look at my health, it's still full. My shields are full. Another one gone. Carefully. Target, fire. I've still got plenty of map to go. I'm keeping my eye on that. They've hardly got any shots in because I've matched the speed, and that one's gone, so I'll target another. Fire. I'm just going to repeat this process now until they're all gone. If your shields go down a bit, use the sabs just to replenish. I'm getting close to the corner. If this one goes, I'll target another before I go. Target, switch directions. They only got a couple of shots off that time. Hardly touched my shields, so I'm not even going to bother replenishing them yet. And that one's a runner, so I'll target another one. Very carefully, make sure you don't hit free space and fly into the middle of them. If you do, run away and repeat the process. But having these 7 engines on your battle config means I'm matching their speed, and this is why we use the corners, because side to side you won't be able to target them. I will know that because I've tried it. Target another one, taking him on. Shields have gone down a bit. I'm just going to switch to Sabs just to replenish that shield. He hasn't got any left to replenish. And he's gone. I'm getting close to the corner. I'm targeting one, switching directions. And I think he's either... oh no, he's still there. Let him catch up a bit. And he's dead. And target another. This time I am going to take some shields, just make sure I've got full shields, which I have. Back to ammo. Firing on autopilot, so all I have to do is concentrate on targeting. Let them catch up. They will slowly. Make sure you carefully target. That's why these corners need to be free. I'm getting close to the corner again now, so I might be able to get time to target another one. If not, ignore it. I didn't, and I flew into the middle of them. There's the mistake, so I'm now flying to the bottom. It doesn't matter, I got a few hits, but... so the next one I target, I'm going to use Sab to get that shield back. Wait for him to come in, make sure you carefully... you don't want to fly into the middle of him like that again. I'm going to go opposite direction. I've got one targeted now, so Sab's on. As soon as he catch up, he'll start sucking it, and I'll get shields off, and I've now got shields replenished. Start shooting. The difficulty with this is making sure you do target one. I've targeted another, switching sides and firing. These are beta prots, remember. Look at the health and the shields. Hardly touched. HP is hardly touched at all. It's still firing, and that's another one gone. Carefully target, which I didn't do again. I'm not... this shows the importance. Take your time. I'm rushing because I'm trying to show you how to do it. There you are, I've targeted this time. I'm going to switch sides. Take your time to target. Make sure you don't hit free space and fly into the middle of them like I've done. Another one dead. So, carefully. Target. Okay, join back. And despite a couple of mistakes, my health, this HP is still looking very healthy. So are my shields. I'm just repeating the process. It's not the most exciting way of fighting the prots, but for me this technique is the one that gives you the best chance of taking the least amount of damage. This technique becomes really important when you're on the gamma prots, which really do hit hard. Got him. I'd say the most important thing is to be very careful when you target that you're not hitting free space, that you are actually clicking on one of the prots and making sure, see there, the fiddly little things. I've got one, I'm switching directions. Now keep your eye on the minimap, because if you forget and you stop, they will surround you in a second, a split second, and they do hit very hard for such a small alien. And carefully let them come in. Try to catch one. Got one. Take your time on them. The more time you take, see, I wouldn't have lost that HP had I been taking my time and not trying to rush things. That one's a runner. Got another one targeted. Don't need to use sabs because my shields are full. They're getting, as you can see, they get the odd hit. You'll see the odd hit, but again, I'm running out of time now for the corner. Unless I target one, I'm just going to. No, we're going to switch sides now because I didn't have time to have one targeted. Just give them a chance, they'll start to appear again. And now here you see, there's not that many left. I could, in theory, just sit in the middle of them now, just take them all out. Look how quickly though, with that many, my shields are going down. They do hit quite hard. But once you've got down to the last few, if you want the cargo, you can just take them out. And another technique, this is, I'll show you the other technique, works with SKs really well, this, if you want to just sit in a, sab them first, then switch ammo, and just keeps your shield up. I've got 2 more to do. It doesn't matter now, my shields are going down, I'm going to sit here and finish them off. Matters not, because there's no more of them chasing me after these, and I can rep before I take the ones that went into the corner, and that's how you do the prots. All I need to do now is mop up the ones that went to the corners. I'm on speed config to get there faster. You can take your time. I haven't even bothered to rep. If I switch back to battle config, you'll see my shields are still way down there from sitting in the middle of the last few and finishing them off. If you really need to rep, if they've took more out of you, your ship's not as strong as mine, and they took a bit more out of you, sit and rep. But you can see from my HP level there, they haven't taken much off me through the entire battle, and shields didn't take much of a battering until I sat in the middle and finished the last 3 off. But in theory, if you're not a stronger ship, you can do that technique until the very last one, and take the minimum amount of damage. Again, there should be now this technique of sneaking up on them in the corners very rarely works with the prots. I keep trying it, but they have a longer range than the other aliens. Just matters not. If I need to, I can always go in. And that's it. Galaxy Gate finished. For those that haven't done a Galaxy Gate before, what you have to do next is go to the left one. Don't worry, once prots are done, that is it. You will fly into another Galaxy Gate map, but that's only to receive your just rewards. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was informative and it helped. If you're ever on the UK server and want to tell me, or let me know what you think of the video, it'd be much appreciated. And good luck.